Hi and welcome back to the organizing tip of the day. I get a lot of requests for school supplies. Sorry guys, I don't have a kid in school. I have no idea how to organize school supplies, but I am going to do a video today on getting school ready. So, yeah, here we go. The first thing you want to do is have a spot for a backpack, and you want to have a spot for a backpack as soon as you come in your house. I know I do have a spot in my daughter's room for her backpack for on weekends or if company's coming, but let's be real. A kid's going to drop their backpack as soon as they come in the house, so you need to have a convenient place for it to go, or else it's going to be dropped on the floor as soon as they come in the house. So what I opted to do is hang a hook low right at their level. I also put my purse on it. Oh, I'm bad. So she can come in, and this is where her backpack lives throughout the week. And she's in camp, so I found it really convenient because when I need to pack a little extra for camp, I just shove it in the bag hanging right there, and it's kind of a visual reminder right on the way out. I also have a hook for guests, and I suggest if you're going to put a hook up anyways for backpacks, low, put one up higher above it. For guest coats, because a lot of the times people just aren't going to hang their coats in your closet, and they end up being laid on chairs, and I have cats, and then my cats lay on them, and it was crazy. So I got this just inexpensive hook, and this is actually where all my daycare kids' stuff goes. You can see their really hideous bag here, and all of their coats, and in the evening when guests come over, that's where guests hang their coats. And I just put a basket here for guests' shoes, just to keep them out of the way. So I know, it's not the prettiest thing, right? Having hooks on your walls, especially it's right there in the living room, but I'm getting used to it. And what I'm learning is being organized is definitely not always about being pretty. I like minimal clutter and things to be hidden away, but sometimes function overrules. And so for a place for backpacks, hooks and things like that, definitely, and wet coats and stuff like that, you need to just bite it and buy some hooks, unfortunately. Also, speaking of function over pretty, is my new whiteboard. Not pretty. My husband said, oh, it looks like a dorm room, but I'm finding it super convenient. It's as soon as you walk in the door or on your way out, and I'm writing notes on it, obviously, to my husband, but also on the weekend we had a family reunion, and I knew I couldn't forget my sister-in-law's stuff I had to bring for her, so I wrote a big note on the whiteboard. When I need to mail a letter, I use a magnet to hold it up on the whiteboard. And when Izzy goes to school, obviously there's going to be those things that I need to remember throughout the week. So I can put it right up on the whiteboard so I never forget. So, yeah. Also, you have to have a spot for those newsletters and, you know, things reminding you of a parent-teacher conference coming up. There's a lot of stuff that gets sent home from schools, even paperless schools. We have a paperless school where everything's electronic, but they're still mailing me stuff, and she hasn't even started school yet. So in my household management binder, I put like a clear thing. I have like a whole tab and a bunch of clear sleeves, and that's where all the school stuff goes. And I also have a tab for extracurricular activities like piano, dance, gymnastics, stuff like that. So it's all right in the binder. I know where it is. So you have to have a place for that sort of stuff being sent home that you should kind of hold on to. And having a binder or a basket or even a shoebox, I don't know, just have a spot and designate it. Also, last but not least, you definitely need a spot for artwork. I have a pretty little pink box that I bought, and I've actually, I just labeled the outside the school year, and even though she's not in school, I'm already putting some things in there and just putting the date on the back. I'll put probably, you know, it's not a big box, and when it's full, it's full. I'll have to take other stuff out, but I'm not going to keep everything, but I'm going to keep some stuff, right? Because I'm crazy sentimental. So I'm probably going to try to have a small box every year and stack them neatly. This box is actually right now being held in her room, and she loves it. She calls it her treasure box. And I put all the pretty pictures that she draws me and things like that, crafts that she does inside the box, and I find that she's going through it to like take a look at things in her treasure box. So that's a fun idea of how to store your kids' artwork. I've also seen people hang clotheslines along their wall with clothespins and tagging them up, and then when it's full they just rotate them out. So that's a cool idea too. But if there are things you want to keep long term, try to think of a long-term solution for your kids' artwork. Whether it be like, I don't know, a binder again or a box like I'm using. last but not least, I'll show you where we keep a little bit of our school supplies. Because we do play school with her. And someday when she does homework, we'll have to modify it. So we just have a spot for all her crayons and pencil crayons here. They're sorted inside there. And we keep this little thing that we just take to the table with us, along with all her coloring books and workbooks. Markers are kept beside here, and Play-Doh and different craft supplies. And this here is filled with paint. All of our scissors and glue are kept in a basket above the craft box, which inside here is just all of our different craft supplies. Pom-poms and feathers and lots of fun stuff in there. And this basket here is filled with stickers. So as she gets older, I'm going to definitely change that to more school supply type things. So wherever your children do their homework, or if you're watching this video and you're looking for yourself, you can clean out a drawer in your room and dedicate that to school supply storage, or have a basket that sits on your desk and you take it off and set it on the floor if you have a desk in your room. Or clean out a drawer in your china cabinet if you have a hutch or something like that, or even in your kitchen. You definitely just want your school supplies close at hand. I separate them into containers and baskets, but whatever you want to use, whatever. Anyways, I have no idea. I'm sure I'm going to be in for it when she's like in grade 4 and 5, and I'll see what it's really like in high school. Oh my god, high school. I'm going to need a bigger house. Anyways, those are your tips of the day, and we'll see you next time.